Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Jesus promised This morning we will pray from Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from God, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel will not slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from henceforth and even forevermore. Good morning and welcome to the At a Glance program, to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning and welcome to Mushu Mushu and Moto Moto. I don't know where it is going. I no longer understand what either the Prime Minister is trying to explain or Dr. Horace Chang is trying to explain. I'm becoming confused, tired and confused. And when I say tired, not tired of hearing them, physically tired by what they are explaining. It has become now a burden, carrying a load, just to try to decipher in your mind what on earth are these people saying. Do they themselves understand what they're trying to say? I know they don't mean it, but do they understand what they are trying to explain? I mean, if you tell a lie, everything that comes after that lie will have to be a supporting lie. We know they lied to us on the third country national deportation. We know they're dealing with an administration that only lies. If Donald Trump ever to speak the truth in this world, we would see rain not top fall, thunder not top clap, lightning not top flash. They just cannot be honest. But our Angelas have joined the American Karens with a loud singing, all out of tune. This morning we will hear from Horace Chang, we will hear from Andrew Holness, we will hear from Emily Shields, we will hear from Chukwuemeka. It's all going pear-shaped. But if our leader tells us, I have confidence in a corrupt crook, it shouldn't surprise us. The Prime Minister is a corrupt crook himself, is he not? The Prime Minister is under a worse cloud than Andrew Wheatley. Only that the IC could pluck up the courage to refer Andrew Wheatley for charge and have sent the Prime Minister on for further corruption investigation, dirty money investigation, tax evasion investigation. You will hear Andrew Holness explaining multipolar, bipolar, and unipolar. Boy, oh boy, me don't know what is going to Jamaica. Jamaica, this your batty hole where we in. This your batty hole where Andrew walk way up in a darker than midnight. And that's why they themselves are struggling to know which end of the batty hole do I go at the moment. Because it's batty hole, it is dark. The direction, I mean, can you feel your way? I don't know. But seeing your way is impossible. Morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Oh, no, this morning. I mean, it's already baking hot. This morning in the wee hours, thunderstorm wake me out of my sleep. But after the 4 o'clock, there was a thunderstorm, lightning just a flash so, thunder just a clap so, and rain a beat pan the window and the window ledge so. And then we wake up this morning to the British oven. I mean, it is not a nice feeling, but what shall we do? We only have this type of weather for a few weeks of the year. How ungrateful are we in the United Kingdom? When we are in winter, we complain and say, we can't wait for the summer come. And when the summer come and turn the things up, and we literally cannot cope. But anyway, as so life go, Andrew Holness a car, Deportation can't give us, so why should we complain about the sun? Carrying them out, Debbie Jervis, good morning. Miss Jam Upton, good morning. Suzette Williams, good morning. Annie Jones, morning and welcome. Gloria Morris, good morning. Lynette Jenkins, Glennox Smith, good morning and welcome. Good morning. Karen Wagwan, Wayne Evans, good morning. Marcia Thomas, good morning. Byron, good morning. Good morning, all. Evan Miller, greatness. Good morning. Marcia B. Rowe from the Cockpit Country. Good morning, Abinasa Cody. Morning. Barbara Simpson, the Unstoppable One. Good morning. Jamrak 8766. Lynette Beckford. Good morning, Monica Taylor. Morning, all. Errol Reed, Opal Watson. Opal, you're... Violet Watson, good morning, and welcome. Yvonne Bradford, good morning. Shauna Smith, good morning, and welcome. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, Wayne Evans, good morning. Wayne Williams, Donna Thompson, good morning, welcome. Andrew Mack, Wagwan. Good morning, Melford Darwin. Good morning, and welcome. Kiss me good night, Sergeant Major. It's a real Sergeant Major Galangin. Norman Ferguson. Oh, you do, bro. Morning. But does Sergeant Major understand what Sergeant... Who if you thought with this man can be Effrey? Peanut Dread would have said, kiss me, Ross. We shall start with Andrew. Let us get Andrew Hall, because we know so on 8, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Andrew Holness. I don't know what he's explaining. Let us go to Andrew Holness first. Jesus. Take the case and give with the pillar fill it down pan. And be sure many Jamaicans wouldn't want to lay them head on the pillar where Andrew Holness get with country, you know. But I know Andrew Holness get with country tonight. It's us who thought or thinks Andrew Holness deserve a 3rd term. As old people would have said, Ottawa me no know. Ottawa me no know. Because far we know Andrew Empress them. Oh, you do. We never say Andrew Holness do anything that warrants even a 2nd term. Never mind we take up 3rd and give. How could we have done that to ourselves, Jamaica people? No, answer the question this man. How could we have done this to ourselves? I mean, when you say the one day hungry, you could have bypassed the one day hungry, you know. You could have bypassed the one day $5,000 or KFC hungry and say, you cater to the one day belly full. And see what we're there now. We can't see past we nose in our country. Jamaica people, we can't see past we nose. Let the Prime Minister explain convolution. This is real. What is the Prime Minister explaining? Anybody hear him and understand him? Please pinch me and tell me what the Prime Minister talk about. And if you understand what he talk about, do you think he understood what he was trying to explain? Would you hear me so liberate on official to no more? How long have I been warning in this country that labor right must shut them mouth? Because every talk, them push them foot down in them. What is wrong with you all? All right, make we listen. Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major, be a mother to me. Don't forget to wake me in the morning and bring me round tonight a cup of. We all hate you, Sergeant Major. You wicked, cruel crook. Firecat one. Let us listen to the Prime Minister, because I'm sure he doesn't understand what he's explaining.
The notion of a unipolar world is dead. Unfortunately, there are too many commentators who are still stuck in the era of either a unipolar world or a bipolar world. A world divided into East and West with a dominant superpower that is seen as oppressive, and we must fight against it. That view of the world does not hold anymore. We exist in what is called a multipolar world, where spheres of influence are being fought to be defined and defended intensely now, but it is far more nuanced, because it is a world in which, as
he's talking about China and America and the rest of the world dilly-dallying and pala-palaying around the East, which is China, and the West, which is America. Let's listen.
I was speaking to someone yesterday who pointed it out very elegantly. I made this very speech in Parliament.
Is it elegantly, Prime Minister, or eloquently? Can somebody help me here? Do you explain things elegantly or eloquently? Somebody help me now. One of us sister me struggle. One of us sister me struggle. Somebody help me. Is it elegantly or eloquently? If I saw the word go. But me no say not elegantly, Prime Minister. Prime Minister, be sure that part there. Prime Minister, as sure as day fall and night, be sure that the explanation was not elegantly. It would rather be eloquently. Is it not? Jesus Christ, and him walk with all these badge. Doctor the most honorable Andrew Michael Holness, DLP. Sergeant Major, I same way the other day you call colonization, colonialization. Prime Minister, I mean, write the fucking thing in your hand before you come out, come embarrass the nation, because you are not speaking on behalf of the Dunce Sergeant Major, which is Andrew Holness. You happens to disgracefully, though it sounds to say so, speaking on behalf of all of us, yard and abroad. And when you get up on the stage and call colonization, colonialization, and when you call eloquently, elegant, Lord, Papa Jesus, you have no time? Me sure God not go waste no time for Andrew anyway, so don't call for help on Papa Jesus in this year. Elegant, please. Ballot! No, sir. Like, seriously? The Prime Minister with an honorary doctorate and an academic DLP? You are serious, aren't you, Prime Minister? God of grace, look at where we reached, Jamaica. Jamaica, look at where we, but then again, he said Jamaica is the first black democracy in the world. Did he not? No, no, it turned bad. Turned bad Jamaica, it turned bad. Mushu mushu and moto moto.
Notion of a unipolar world is dead. Unfortunately, there are too many commentators who are still stuck in the era of either a unipolar world or a bipolar world. A world divided into East and West with a dominant superpower that is seen as oppressive and we must fight against it. That view of the world does not hold anymore. We exist in what is called a multipolar world, where spheres of influence are being fought to be defined. And
Prime Minister, you know what I want to see? Is the long dress, the wig, stiletto, and the beaded pearl earring and train, where they put on the explanation to make it look elegant rather than eloquent, you fucking dunce.
defended intensely now, but it is far more nuanced because it is a world in which, as I was speaking to someone yesterday who pointed it out very elegantly, I made this very speech in Parliament in my budget presentation, but it is a world where, yes, there is intense competition, but there is also intense cooperation. So the powers are going to compete based upon their interests, but they are also going to cooperate based upon their interests. So there are some things that if they see they are going to have the strategic edge, they're going to compete on that. There are some things, if they know they won't have a strategic edge, they're going to have to cooperate on that. The question is, how does Jamaica, a small island of 3 billion people, a little less than 3 billion people, how are we going to compete in this absolutely competitive world of giants? One thing is clear. You can't compete if you don't have some economic power. Because what is happening to the world order is that this intense competition and cooperation is challenging the old rules-based system, which guaranteed a place at the table for small countries because it's the rule. The world has changed. Yes, there is the surface of the rules, and we must defend the rules-based system, but we are also more sophisticated now to understand the intense competition and the opportunities for cooperation and the spheres that exist. And to navigate that, this is not a simple thing. But Jamaica has done excellently in navigating this very complex new global order. To the point.
You mean by prostituting? How do you navigate between the East and the West? Show us, explain to us what we know of. You prostitute us from East to West. That's what we're aware of. That's what gets us into the effort that we currently are in. Your high level, unchecked prostitution. Your high level, unchecked prostitution is why we are in the moto, mosho, what we find ourselves in right now. So explain yourself, Jankro.
That when we have this crisis of Melissa, we didn't go for aid. We were able to get commitments to support an economic and infrastructure recovery reconstruction program amounting to about $6 billion US. There's never.
It's not 6.7 billion US dollars anymore. Is it not 6.7 billion US dollars? What you do? You thief the 0.7 billion already? You stash off that somewhere roadside.
Been a time in our history where we could claim that. Never. And that is just simply a matter of how we have conducted our economic policy and our foreign policy. So I want everyone here to position what we're doing in the various contexts.
And just so we never go for aid, we went for a commitment. And listen, don't expect me to explain anything to you. The Prime Minister himself never know what he might explain like a while. Mumbo jumbo, musho, moto. That's all I heard. Because if you could have called eloquent, elegant, then where else could I go right from this Prime Minister? Who are you trying to please in this scenario you've explained? China, America, because you're not trying to explain anything to Jamaica. You're not, Andrew Holness, trying to explain anything to the Jamaican audience. Who are you targeting with this high-level confusion? Is it the Americans or the Chinese? None of the two either wouldn't believe or understood what you have just explained. Because if we not understand it, make sure the Chinese or the Americans don't understand a thing what you just said. How Jamaica navigate itself? Oh God. Can it get any worse? Do you think it can get worse than what we are endure? Let's go to the Deputy Prime Minister. From Prime Minister to Deputy Prime Minister. If you need an interpreter, please press 1 now. If you need interpreter, please press 1. That me I tell you no. It only get worse then.
First of all, the operational.
This is a follow-up. This is a follow-up explanation. I think this was in yesterday's press briefing. Or whenever it was. But this is a new limb we pluck up off of the tree. This is a new part of the convolution or conflation.
First of all, the operationalization has not been finalized in terms of what you do to operationalize.
The operationalization. Why don't you keep pulling big words over with eyes and ears? We're going to go to Emily Shields after this, because she's ranting. She is ranting. Dr. Chang, Emily Shields goes as far as diplomatically calling you a fucking dunce. Let's listen to Dr. Spanglish.
First of all, the operationalization has not been finalized in terms of what you do to operationalize. And in talking to the professionals, in exchanging thoughts with the professionals who are doing the discussion, this is a matter that I discuss with technical people in the ministry who have experience and found that the primary criteria of establishing that they should speak English, which they should speak English. We have put nothing else on it. Would prefer if there are people who have skills and if they can speak English, it makes it easier to come to Jamaica. That's the only criteria. I have personally confirmed with the technical people. We look at other things. Jamaica is bigger than St. Kitts, and therefore we are like a more metropolitan country. We have Spanish tourists, we have German tourists, we have Japanese tourists. So the likelihood that we'll get third country personnel from across the globe, we are seen as a possible assistant, not just to take a few for ease the pressure, but we have excellent air transport out of here to Europe and elsewhere. And that's where we have been asked to assist, and that we'll therefore work with our Jamaican professionals, work their counterparts to see how to operationalize when we settle the other issues like accommodation and timing and screening as is required, because we screen them coming in anyway. But we will have some indications, so the NIB will look at that to ensure when we have the names, we're not getting the criminals or somebody else of ill repute. There's no guarantee what you're in this kind of agreement. There's no guarantee either way. When they get here, there are people who are moving illegally through very difficult challenges to get to the United States. As I said, they have been to other countries, and their immediate response in the first fortnight to get out is over 94% leave back to home country. They are not criminals. There are more people looking at a different opportunity. Jamaica, we have a big name, which is justified and a good brand. But the raw reality, which we sometimes tend to overlook, our per capita income is $7,000 per capita. It doesn't offer opportunities to people who are seeking to achieve a certain level of quality of life away from Jamaica and to live their dreams. They go to a country with a per capita income of $8,000 per capita.
Like the stars of the morning, his bright crowns are adorning. They shall shine in their beauty, bright gems for his crown. You know, shine in the darkness, you know. A darkness, you know, shine in a, you know, light blow out. Dr. Chang, you know, light blow out. What is Dr. Chang trying to say? Because I haven't got a clue. Not a clue. Didn't understand a word. Continue, Dr. Chang.
And that's what they're heading for. Majority are going to look to head back home and find a way back in the United States. Like some Jamaicans do. We take them in this week and they find a way back to the United States next week. People are doing that kind of activity. That's how they behave. And when we, in the real world, as government, we have to take decisions based on what we see as best practice. We can't make guarantees.
All right.
And I said, to other countries where the per capita income doubles ours, they have moved, I said, 94% moved within 2 weeks. And I said, the understanding is, if they stay here, we don't take anymore. Interest in what?
How do they leak into Jamaica?
No,
what are the safeguards?
It's not about the leaking. We have received them in the country. Our status, they're here. There's no leaking. If they choose to stay, then we have to deal with it differently. Well, not differently. If they choose to stay, then they will have to apply to our courts for asylum status. And if they get asylum status, we retain them. If they don't, we send them home. At that time, we'll have to send them home at our cost. First of all,
Jamaica, can you not tell Marlon Morgan to stop text me mama blood clot phone? Can somebody tell Marlon Morgan, where Taylor have to sew your underpants? Stop text me phone. Let me put up Marlon Morgan number on hold on. We're gonna make a change a number. Me not stop advertise a number of Marlon Morgan until you change it. 1876 321 3030. Anybody can call Marlon Morgan, please, and tell him, say, Wayne is a batty man But Wayne don't deal with barrel, because I don't have nothing for packs and go nowhere. Me not have nothing for packs and go nowhere. As to why Marlon Morgan feels say, him fi call me phone. You see, when you come on my YouTube channel, can comment is a different thing. When you come on my phone, when you come on my phone, you invade my privacy. Marlon Morgan, may I warn you, stop. Stop, Marlon Morgan. I know everybody man me deal with, me very picky. Just like with food, I same way me picky with Batman. Careful. Oh, as to why Marlon Morgan keep texting my phone, I don't know why. Stop text my phone, Marlon Morgan. On the see Marlon Morgan number the on screen. Phone him and ask him, why do you keep texting Wayne? What is it? You know Wayne never like you from morning. There's nothing attractive about Marlon Morgan that I would even stop on road to look at. I mean, I'd rather puke. What's about you? Stop text my phone, Marlon Morgan. Please, stop text my phone. Oh, I come send me video of Juliet Holness. See the first lady, the beautiful first lady there beat that. Don't make me start on Juliet Holness this morning. Don't make me start on the slut this morning. We're just like how our husband, I fuck the whole of parliament. The whole of parliament I fuck she as well. Because Delana Seabright kiss her right in front of her husband. Don't get me going this morning, dog shit. Anyway, you're not going to derail me this morning. Who we're going to go to next? Emily Shields, who gave the Prime Minister, Chang rather, a good piece of going over. Why Marlon Morgan I look my attention? Don't. It's the wrong person attention to seek. I mean, anyway. You're not my type, Marlon Morgan. You're not my type. I mean, Marlon Morgan, you're not my type.
MOU over 1 week or so before any information could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. Up to now, I don't understand it. Dr. Chang, you don't seem to understand it either because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen. And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion because we know that there's no diplomacy in the corridors, in the halls of power anymore. We are fully aware. We are fully aware that what we're dealing with are not negotiations, but dictates. And we know that we don't have the power differentials are unequal. So what you probably need to do is speak with us in coded language and we will better understand instead of taking us for idiots because we're not. And it doesn't help that other Caribbean territories have these so-called TCNs. You need to read the room. You need to learn from history. You need to know when to speak with us and get ahead of the news. So what is happening now, to my mind, is not acceptable in how the matter has been handled. And even though we don't...
Anytime you see me dig deep into the government skin, Marlon Morgan always turn up. What you cannot do is beat eloquent broadcasting, not elegant broadcasting. What you cannot do, Marlon Morgan, is beat an eloquent broadcasting. And this is what rubbing out the too bright for now.
Could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came.
Hold on. If a labor rights over here and refuse to support the program, can you kindly leave, please? If it's PNP over here and you find that you decide not to support the program by hitting the like button, can you leave, please? If it's the ordinary Jamaican over here and you come here to mind people business and not to learn, can you leave the program, please? And you can't catch up over every man and not support the program. Now just come catch up and not supporting the program. We're not glad for the crowd. Oh.
Could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. Up to now, I don't understand it. Dr. Chang, you don't seem to understand it either because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen.
Capital done.
And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion because we know that there's no diplomacy in the corridors, in the halls of power anymore. We are fully aware.
Yeah, Donald Trump, Emily Shields is saying, have thrown international diplomacy out of the window. It's threats and kickabouts and dictates, is it not? Marlon Morgan, that's why Ono so rubbed the wrong way when the truth is coming out.
We are fully aware that what we're dealing with are not negotiations, but dictates. And we know that we don't have the power differentials are unequal. So what you probably need to do is speak with us in coded language and we will better understand instead of taking us for idiots because we're not. And it doesn't help that other Caribbean territories have these so-called TCNs. You need to read the room. You need to learn from history. You need to know when to speak with us and get ahead of the news. So what is happening now, to my mind, is not acceptable in how the matter has been handled. And even though we don't understand, you're telling us that these individuals are not deportees, but are they free people in the United States? Yes. Are they buying a ticket to come here? Or are they to be transported in the custody of representatives to get here? And if they are not, we are not into the euphemism. You need to talk straight. And if you cannot talk straight, get somebody who can talk straight and level with us. This administration.
So you see, I don't we one over here, so have problem with the musho, moto, and the buffer. You see, I don't we one need an interpreter when Horace Chang speaks. Not that Horace Chang is only lying. Horace Chang have no understanding or knowledge of what he's trying to convey to the Jamaica people, which makes it even worse. Horace Chang is in fear of the United States, who possibly have a sealed indictment to unsealed if Horace Chang doesn't fall and the Jamaica government doesn't fall in line. Let's go from the top again. Lord Jesus. Ballot. All house a crumble. No, it is becoming clearer than clearer. YJLP won a third historic term, and to date they have not celebrated because they themselves has realized that them lock up in a much darker battle hole than the nation is in at the moment. Talk, ya girl, talk. All Emily Shields are wake up. Diane wear knit crochet. Diane Jackson Miller with the crochet knitting. When you are going to come out? Diane Jackson Miller with the crochet knitting. When you are going to come out? No, sir. Judgment. Oh, no. No, let me say it like a Derek. Judgment. Pound a bumbo.
Could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. Up to now, I don't understand it. Dr. Chang, you don't seem to understand it either because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen. And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion because we know that there's no diplomacy in the corridors, in the halls of power anymore. We are fully aware. We are fully aware that what we're dealing with are not negotiations, but dictates. And we know that we don't have the power differentials are unequal. So what you probably need to do is speak with us in coded language and we will better understand instead of taking us for idiots because we are not. And it doesn't help that other Caribbean territories have these so-called TCNs. You need to read.
So hold on there. When Andrew Holness said this, are we in the job board for? He never talked to the US or the international community.
See about me. Me not afraid of nobody. One, me will go with you toe to toe. Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to it. And as you would have seen with the government, man come out with foolishness, we respond, not go so. Yeah. So make them, and as many memes as they can make, I can make it too. So it's going to be war.
It's going to be war. So Uncle one you're not afraid of? So we don't have bomb. So we don't have embassy and bomb. So you're not afraid of we? Hey, don't you know who for frightened? Murder. Don't you know who for frightened, they say.
Could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. Up to now, I don't understand it. Dr. Chang, you don't seem to understand it either because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen. And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion because we know that there's no diplomacy in the corridors, in the halls of power anymore. We are fully aware. We are fully aware that what we're dealing with are not negotiations, but dictates. And we know that we don't have the power differentials are unequal. So what you probably need to do is speak with us in coded language and we will better understand instead of taking us for idiots because we are not. And it doesn't help that other Caribbean territories have these so-called TCNs. You need to read the room. You need to learn from history. You need to know when to speak with us and get ahead of the news. So what is happening now, to my mind, is not acceptable in how the matter has been handled. And even though we don't understand, you're telling us that these individuals are not deportees, but are they free people in the United States?
Yes.
Are they buying a ticket to come here? Or are they to be transported in the custody of representatives to get here? And if they are not, we are not into the euphemism. You need to talk straight. And if you cannot talk straight, get somebody who can talk straight and level with us. This administration, you need to watch yourself. There's a time when the thing goes to water bottom and it's going to drop out. There cannot be so many mistakes in 1 week. Or 1 week behind the next. When David Cameron came here and promised a prison, it was rejected forcefully in the Parliament of Jamaica by the then opposition leader Andrew Holness, and I agreed with it.
Yes.
Chiefly because of the historical relic, because of our relationship with the UK, and the issues concerning slavery, which is a bit different from the United States. But exactly because of that, and exactly because of the secret MOU, you come to us early and explain and distinguish. They don't hold a speech until some biennial conference.
Not at all. Out of order.
Don't make My granny would have said, don't make people spit on the ground and it dry up before Dr. Wheatley resigned later. And give us full explanation about the so-called MOU.
Yes.
Because up to now, I don't get it.
Neither me.
And I read things in light. I don't read in the dark.
Poor Jamaica. Poor Jamaica who have fallen slap bang in the middle of all of this. Morning, Prime Minister, morning. You see what teeth get you, you know? Because you never win the election fair and square, you know. You stole ballots. And you stole Jamaica people money. You stole COVID money for buy election. You stole burial money for buy election. See they now? Pressure. Pressure. And stove I got turn up, you know. The heat I got turn up, Prime Minister. You think it start? You think Donald Trump won and go down in this? Donald Trump no say by November he could be in hot water, you know. You think Donald Trump, hey, a crab. Donald Trump use crab and cold water, you know. Donald Trump never put you in the dip you in the hot water. Him put you in there and then turn up the fire and make the water slowly come to a boil on you. Hey, Andrew Holness. Prostitution. See what prostitution costs you? You see the prostitution where you take the entire country pan and I go on, like I said, there was something special. Let's go to Chukwuemeka. And I go on like there was something special about your leadership, which we know that what you were doing is what other leaders never do. The open prostitution, Andrew Holness, open selling of Jamaica asset, body, and everything. See there now, see where it bring you and the entire Jamaica embroiled in this friggery. Because when the rapists them come and honor them a go rape, we them a go rape. When the murderer them come and honor them a go murder, we them a go murder. Because you say to honor them on the hill, Christopher, all you do. And them don't know the direction up the hill. Them a come down the hill after we. So inadvertently, you draw the whole away into this nonsense. Because when the rapists and the murderer and the pedophile them coming up. Because all Dr. Chang Spanglish are trying to explain to us say they're not accepting any criminal. Who is going to tell you that they're criminal? Who is going to tell you their antecedents from their country of origin? Jankro? Who is going to tell you about the antecedents of these deportees from their country of origin? How much people they have raped, murdered, how much... Hey, and you don't see the Jamaica people feel frightened, not mobilizing themselves. Nobody not saying, not here, not in my backyard, not round here. Because we have a visa to fly to the United States. And we don't want to jeopardize our visas. So we better stand quiet. Suck salt through wooden spoon, said the nation. Is the People's National Party going to mobilize the nation on this particular matter? Because it's going to get worse, you know. It's going to get worse. Because the worse it gets for Donald Trump in the United States is the more pressure he will put on prostitute like Andrew Holness. Remember Chang no one go to prison? Andrew Holness no one US Marshal come pick him up in a orange jumpsuit. So they will sacrifice us. We are on the altar of sacrifice slay right now. The Jamaica people. Not the Jamaica government who carry out the corruption, who steal the money, who prostituted the nation and benefit off it. We see a one to prostitute and sold out and bar upon we head, take upon we head. And we see one now upon the altar of sacrifice. For the very own sin, mind you. For the very own sin. And we, the Jamaica people, upon the altar right now. Does the Jamaican people understand the seriousness of what we are not what we are embarking on? What our prostitutes, because you can't call them leaders, what our prostitutes have embarked on. You see how long me I tell you, Jamaica is going to fall slap bang in a diplomatic tittle-tattle with the United States and China. You see how long me I warn you, said China tell America tell Andrew Holness, we are going to take back control of Jamaica. I mean, honestly, I have diplomatic contacts now. Because I know Jimmy did Jimmy. I never Jimmy did Jimmy. When me keep ramming on no ears for the last 2 years from late 2023 onwards. And me never just had jam it in our ears. So, but the truth is, many people never believe me. Or for many people, it just blew over their head. What the fuck is he talking about? We're a sovereign nation. We're an independent country. If we're independent, we should be able to stick 2 fingers up to the United States and say, keep your problem to yourself. You are big and rich enough to deal with your problem. But no, us poor little friends have to help our big friend with them small crisis. America needs immigration. That's why the farmers in Florida can't get them fruit picked. That's what America needs immigration. What we don't need is criminals. Let's listen to Chukwu Emeka.
As far as listening to what the government is saying, it's quite clear to me that they haven't gotten their story correct in terms of how they communicated to the public. They seem to be getting better at it, but more importantly, from my perspective, and this is my personal perspective, given the serious nature of what it is that the government seemingly has entered or is about to enter into, some of those cases in which...
Can you all hit the like button, please? Or if you refuse to hit the like button, can you exit the program, please? We're serious about that. We don't like the wire side going in. We don't like people come on wire side for mind business. We don't like it. We're not number driven. So we're not glad for the big number without the support. If you cannot support the program, why are you here? Like, seriously. The minimum support we ask for is that you hit the like button. Why are you here if you decide not to support the program? When I look news for care back, or when the vloggers there look content for a show, what is it? What is it?
As far as listening to what the government is saying, it's quite clear to me that they haven't gotten their story correct in terms of how they communicated to the public. They seem to be getting better at it, but more importantly, from my perspective, this is my personal...
Chukwu Emeka, from which angle you sit in, and say the government to get better at explaining this bull crap where we end up in. From what angle, Chukwu Emeka? What angle is Chukwuemeka viewing what Andrew Holness is saying, what Horace Chang is saying, what Dana Morris Dixon is saying, what they sent out moms from over nationwide to say, and what Audrey Marks, whose name is on the diplomatic note, have not come out yet to say? From what angle is Chukwuemeka viewing this? That Chukwuemeka can come out, come say, the government getting better at the explanation. Which part of it, Chukwuemeka?
As far as listening to what the government is saying, it's quite clear to me that they haven't gotten their story correct in terms of how they communicated to the public. They seem to be getting better at it, but more importantly, from my perspective, and this is my personal perspective, given the serious nature of what it is that the government seemingly has entered or is about to enter into, it's one of those cases in which I think the correct thing that ought to have been done is for the government to brought the matter to Parliament for it to be discussed, to see if whether or not the country wants to get into this arrangement. The government doesn't speak for itself, it speaks for the people of Jamaica. And so it's one of those things that I think ought to have been brought to Parliament for it to sit in Parliament, and the details getting revealed. There's a cost element involved. We don't know how much that will cost us. There are other things, for example, where these things have been used in other countries. There have been payments made out to participating countries by the United States, or they've been made to countries by the United States. These are the sort of things that we don't know, and it would be foolish of us to think that somehow Jamaica just entered into this arrangement because it has space or has land that it wants to give to the United States. Either we've been promised financial payments or threats have been made to us, or in the context of Melissa, we know the United States has certainly provided us with a great degree of logistical support and financial support. Whether or not there is a threat involved in terms of scaling down that sort of assistance. And any government of Jamaica will certainly think about that if an approach of this nature was made to us. So these are the sort of stuff that I think Parliament ought to be told, because this is not a normal arrangement. It is not a normal arrangement.
All right, so to be clear, we are not sure what the impetus or the motivation is. I think we want to make that clear. But you say we're about to enter into a very serious arrangement. For the folks who don't understand what is seemingly about to happen, can you break it down for us? Because there are other countries with whom the US has this kind of arrangement, no?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so let's break it down. How does it work? What's about to happen?
Well, the first thing we have to appreciate is it usually it's for those persons who have claimed asylum in the United States, who either, in most cases, they haven't had their asylum claims determined. Who is an asylum seeker or refugee? Someone who is fleeing persecution from their own home country because of their membership of particular defined social groups, for example, their race, their if the person's in practical terms a person who has a homosexual, for example, in some countries, a myriad of reasons. You go to the countries, you come to at the border, say the United States border, and you say, listen, I want to claim asylum. And the country is under an obligation under the applicable UN convention to consider your application. What's been happening is that in the United States, with the current administration, they've effectively decided that, well, we don't want too many of these asylum seekers. So what worked out is that, well, let's get into arrangements with the third countries. The third country, because the first country is the country from which the person is coming, the second country where they've landed. So where they've landed. And so rather than process the asylum seeker in the United States, which can take years, I must admit, it can take years. And whilst it's been that process is taking place, the person is still within your jurisdiction. And that can come with certain obligations in terms of being able to house them and ensure that these persons have somewhere to sleep.
I always hate when lawyers speak, especially lawyers who are not, to use Andrew Holness's word, elegant in their explanation. I'm not sure if Chukwuemeka isn't confusing himself like the Prime Minister when he's speaking. One of the problems I'm having, does the people of Jamaica understand the seriousness of what we've just gotten ourselves into? Not what we've just gotten ourselves into, what has been enforced upon us by the great powers and what is accepted for us by people who are most corrupt. Because Glaston Brown, if I saw him name, is standing against this thing. If you're not a corrupt leader, you can say to the United States without them dropping bombs on you or without them sanctioning you that no, I'm not getting involved. Even your courts are saying, Delroy Henry, how you do? This is a violation of international law. It is why when Britain tried it, the Supreme Court in this country said it violates international law. It would also violate the Refugee Convention and the 67 Protocol, violates human rights. But Andrew Holness is saying, a friend has asked us, we have to help out a friend. So to use an analogy, Prime Minister Birchall would likely to get me into trouble. If it is that you know that your neighbor stole Aunt Jane round the corner's goat, but your neighbor said to you, my house, my yard is full of goat. Could you hold this goat over here for me until such time? You willing to carry the stolen goat? No, Andrew Mac, rather, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a legal academic. That's quite much different from a lawyer. I'm a legal academic. I'm not a lawyer. And that's why I can speak so elegantly, to use the Prime Minister's word, and freely. I don't have to count my word to be in line with the Law Society or the Bar Association or such alike or such a forth. I can speak freely and give my view freely because my views doesn't have to get authorization from somebody else or an organization and high before I can speak. So Andrew Holness is saying, we're willing to hold Miss Matty's stolen goat on our premises, even though we know that's Miss Matty's stolen goat. Who is going to tell us the antecedents from the first country? Even if there's antecedents in the second country, which is the United States, the host country, which is the second country, who is going to tell us? The Donald Trump administration? The administration that if they see the truth, they would rather be poisoned than speak the truth? Don't listen here. Don't wait, till your children get raped or killed by one of these people then una go expect people like me to come out and take up red hot fire coal and char. No, not me. If you all follow me over the years, I don't do trauma. The most I would do on trauma is report on extrajudicial killings. I don't do trauma. I'm trauma receptive, so I stay away from trauma. If you notice, I don't report on murders. I don't report on gruesome stories because I am trauma receptive. So me now go make when me do a show, me end up in a depression afterward, or me can't sleep. No, me ain't doing that to myself. Sorry. I don't do human stories either. You know why me don't do human story? Because sometimes we put ourselves in a willful situation, or we don't care until the situation gets slam bam on our doorstep. Till it gets slam bam on our doorstep, that's the time we're concerned. Them something the murder and them thing, the blood and gore traumatize me, Donna Thompson. So me not do report on a lot of those things. The most I would do is pick up a story and extrajudicial killing more time. But if the story of trauma attached to it, I don't touch it. I'm a legal and political broadcaster. It's different to those who do the human stories or the sensational stories. I don't do sensationalism, neither do I do trauma. So if it is that you now go wait till they come and start rape, start molest with children, and start kill, don't expect me to jump on and raise my blood pressure. I won't. I do legal and political. That's my territory. There's others out there who love the trauma, who love the human story, and will wallow in it. I'm not one of those. I don't know, should I know that by now? Say, I don't do sensationalism, neither do I do the human story. Me not want the trauma follow me. Me not have trauma soap to wash off trauma after me. After me sit down and listen to people trauma and taking people problem. No, I'm not that. Melissa was traumatic enough for me. Ask my family them how me cry for days when Melissa, me can't do trauma. So uno don't wait till it become a trauma and think to say, me I go get involved in it. No, 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 no. The reason why we fi stand up now is to you say prevention better than cure. Me not have cure. Jamaica is an open wound, and the one little band-aid we me have in my first aid kit can't fit pan Jamaica gaping wound. But if we make we get up as a country, mobilize ourselves and deal with the issues, maybe that gaping wound we can close bit by bit. Karine, how you do? We's a trauma-loving country. We's a don't be done like Andrew Holness now. We are a country that is receptive to me can't call the word. We don't know what the word that we attack. Me not do them something there. Me not out here to play the game for numbers. Because some people only when you do sensationalism or when you do the trauma. Me no in that. Me don't in that. Literally, I'm not cut out for that. I'm here to inform you. I'm here to provoke your thoughts so you think for yourself rather than wait for what the liar politician and the liar pastor tell you. Sensationalization, yes. Well, rather than what the liar pastor or the liar politician. Because only them people, two people, they get on a goat, you know. The liar pastor and the liar politician. And then when it don't go right now, you know, want people like me if you come out here with the knives. I'm not doing it. Come on board. Come on board and let us defend our country. And stop wait until it reach upon your doorstep. You ball murder and a ball for people come assist you. It's about time we wake up. What are we waiting for? Like literally. What are we waiting for? If it is that our ancestors on the plantation sit down and wait until it get to my door, my gate, you think we would be able to be talking about independence, freedom, democracy, and sovereignty? Huh? People, get out of your comfort zone. And that we need to do. Get out of our comfort zone. We're too comfortable. Because they have taken the chains off our hands and feet. And because they don't have in a bridling son of pecan and cotton, you think we are free? You think we should just leave? I mean, we had a better world than we have now when we were much younger. Isn't it sad to see that what the world you want to live for your children and grandchildren is a worsening world? Let me understand it. And then you all say you love your children. You love to furnish your children with materialism. That's all I see. When you say you love children, when the children, it's about materialism. Because you don't even buy them books. When you buy them everything irrelevant and everything materialized, except for something to increase their knowledge. How much you want to buy books for the children when them birthday, when special holiday period or whatever? When you buy them all sort of fuckery, all sort of what old master said, these are the things that make children happy. The fancy clothes, the pretty clothes, the toys and the games and all of the fuckery. How much you want to buy on children books? How much you want to go there on special days like birthdays, Christmas, Easter, and all of the other stuff? How much you want to buy on children educational stuff? How much? The normalization of dunceness amongst us. Because we think, say, gadgets, ties, pretty clothes, and all of these things make our children rounded people. And that's why young people, especially young black people in Britain, America, and Jamaica, they're just going AWOL. Because we have fucked their mindset up. All we introduce to them is materialism, and then we expect a better world. We expect more rounded and educated children. Some of us hope for our children to go to university. University is not a place of education. I've been there, I can tell you. It's a place of indoctrination. Prepare you for putting your shoulder against the mill. Education is natural exploration, bringing out what's within. The universities or schools or colleges doesn't do that. They prepare you for the workplace. They prepare you for society, economic advancement, not for your personal and social advancement. And you, the parents, assist greatly in that. Let's get up and get real, people. We're wasting too much of our time. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Haven't we given up the fight, though? Jamaica. Out of what going terrible already, you know? How much out there? 31 degrees Celsius. Christopher Wagwan, Christopher Stevens, Wagwan. We have given up the fight, haven't we? Why you think Andrew Holness and the Labour Party can roll over Jamaica the way how them roll over? It's because we've given up the fight. There's nothing literally left in us. There is nothing left in us. We have given up the fight. We have given up on our children's future. Because all we are prepared for live with children is a worse world. Show me what we are doing to make sure our children and grandchildren have a better world than we're having now. Materialism is not it. That's what we get distracted by. Think to say advancement is in materialism, while socially we're backwards. Our knowledge base is starved. Part of the problem in Jamaica, we have never really evolved from the plantation system. That is so true. And this is why in yesterday morning's program I said, we need a mental health drive in our country. We need a social revolution. We need deep-rooted counseling. We need deep-rooted counseling because mentally, as Christopher says, we have not evolved from the plantation. Mentally, we have not. No, send it to me again, please. Mentally, we have not evolved from the plantation. We are stuck slap bang into the middle of the plantation mentality. And this is why we leader them continue to get away with us giving them power, and they failed on their promises every single election cycle. We gave them power, and every election cycle, who is the Christopher? It's a wake-up call. But Christopher, I thought Hurricane Melissa would have been a wake-up call to us where we are. It doesn't seem so. We need something more. We need something more terrible to wake us up. Hold on there. I need to screen record something to bring us studio. We will listen it together while me screen record it, but I need to bring it into studio, so I need to do the screen recording. Bear with.
What would lead our leaders to sell out the dignity of a nation in the time of oops, but lament the ways in which this nation of ours, in recent times, given the kind of leadership that we have been receiving, how we sell out the Cubans to these things and shop. You know things are sell out. Which of us will don't feel ashamed of the ways in which, in our hard times, Venezuela stood by us and supported us, and as a nation, we sell them out. Sell them out to the same systems and structures that have been designed to keep us poor. We sell out others But the greatest tragedy is how we sometimes sell ourselves to these systems and structures. When I was returning from a meeting in Kingston this week, I heard on the news how we sell this nation to a system and structure by bringing in, allowing to come in, come on now, victims of a wicked system elsewhere. And we are accommodating that wickedness by taking in these people, becoming complicit. I don't know about you, but all the pride and dignity that I felt for Jamaica when that news came, it gave me as a Jamaican. And then I explain to us what's going to this decision. Then I tell us, right? In the snippets, then say they were in force. Then tell us what is in it for us. I mean, I wonder, what are this? What could lead our leaders to spell out the dignity of a proud nation in the for those of us who are here? We can imagine our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, in the United States, or they can go back out on the street and hold up them head. Come on. When the only nations that them ask to accommodate this thing are the nations that them describe in a certain way that they can't even speak from the pulpit. And our leaders sold our dignity. These systems and structures in which we were born, iniquitous, sinful systems and structures are the systems and structures that we have to resist being shaped by them. We must resist it as a church, as a witness to the world, as a witness in our nation. We must resist being shaped by them, and as scripture exhorts us, be changed, be transformed by the renewing of our mind. That is what the church has been called upon to represent as a witness to the world. As a witness to the world. What could lead our leaders to spell?
You know, hold on. When we were going to church years ago, like 2, 3, 4 decades ago, we were told in the last days when wickedness increases, the church, those who describe themselves as people of God, are the ones that will take the last stand. One would ask the question, where on earth are they? Because the truth is, only Jonathan Hemmings. All right, you see if you don't want to hit the like button, donate to PayPal and Zelle, please. That's an alternative way of supporting the program. If you fail to do it the cheaper way, you can, because I saw when I go to church, we're not glad to give no money to the wicked liar thieving pastor them. When a politician them call up pound, no quick to donate. When a scamming vlogger them call up pound, no quick to donate. Well, if you cannot support the program in the normal way that we generally ask, then support it in the expensive way. We were told that the churches, the people of God, will take a stand in the last days, one would ask the question, where are they? And who are they, for the matter of argument's sake? Because so far, Jonathan Hemmings is the only one speaking up and speaking out. All of these clergy and churches have taken the people, as Stevens is saying, as lamb to the slaughter. A be a lamb to the slaughter is him a go on. The church don't have any backbone anymore. The church have sold out for tithe and offering. The church have sold out for grace with the government. The church was the first barbaric institution in slavery before the politicians arrived, mind you. Before the politicians arrived, it was the church that prevented us from accessing education along with the colonial, the slave master. And when it was time to introduce Western knowledge to us, it was introduced to these very crooked churches. The ones who hear speaking, Rainbow Shaka Meshara Rasha, the ones who are holier than thou, like the Governor General of our country, a clergyman of the Seventh-day Adventist Church and president of the East Jamaica Conference, though he gambled the tithe and offering with cash plus and olent. But when idiot like me talk, I'm ungodly, I'm blasphemous on all of the effort that you can all throw at me. Why not don't look and see what the church has done to us? This mental slavery, the psychological bondage. The church was the greater machine in enforcing mental slavery on us. It is the church today why we don't like our skin and our hair. It's not the politicians. We would have wake up from that fuckery long time if it was about the politics. It was the church that showed us the superiority of whiteness. Why we inner the mental slavery, what we inner today, what we don't like, we skin and we hair. What we think say white is right, white is pure, and white is perfect. It wasn't just the politician that done that to us. I mean, I told you yesterday morning, the British were fucking clever in psychology when they allow the world to look at us in a totally different way and allow us to look at ourselves in the way we do. The churches today who continue to rob us blind. The churches today, which is the biggest multinational organization in the Western world, some of the richest. Don't start this morning, if you start, it now go down on you, now go top. It now go down and you now go top this morning. If it thought the church is our greatest nightmare, the church is our greatest enemy. A lot of you don't want to know the truth or want to hear the truth, but it's the truth. Because you don't see history, you don't understand history. You understand the white man's story, as Bob Marley called it, his story. Ruby, how you do? His story that got us messed up. The church was the greater part. of the mental slavery that we endure today, that we continue to hand down generations to generations. We have woken up to the political side of the brainwashing. What we cannot wake up from is the white God and the white angels. Marcus Garvey told us we must see God in our image, just like Europeans see God in their image. The Chinese see Buddha in their image. The Asians see Krishna in their image. And the lying Jews, them pick up anything and run with it. The lying so-called Jews, them will left Israel black and return white. Them pick up anything will suit them modern day narrative and run. We are the only people on earth, the African race, that see God outside of us. That great crime committed against humanity was done by the church. Come on, and donate to this and the PayPal if you don't want me to cost the church them this morning. Anyway, put that aside. And you still pay for the destruction, you know. And when you ask to support people like me, you say, oh, he's in England, he doesn't need it. But you still pay to the churches in England and America. When you look at even Seventh-day Adventist tithe envelope, outside of your tithe and your willing offering, you pay to men ministry, women ministry, and the Adventist organization have a plethora of ministries on their tithe envelope that you ought to donate to. But when we speak the truth become an offense. You see, the easiest thing to do in this world is to fool someone. It's rather harder to convince them that they are being fooled. Why is it that you see how much politicians on see a year time on a weekly or monthly or yearly basis turn up at your churches until election season arrives? How much of your politicians you see in church until election arrives? But your pastors platform them, is it not? When the clergymen, the thieves, and the robbers, and the tax collectors turn up, your churches platform them. Your churches join in to the fooling of you, the people, to give them power to do fuck all, nothing, zilch, nil point, nada. And then you give them power and it all goes back to business as usual. Tell me, say me a fool, no? Tell me, say I know something more to recognize, but I'm afraid for talking, because I don't think God sin. I'm not afraid of sin. One thing in this world I'm not afraid of. Sin and death. If it goes off with you, sin and death is two of the most certainest thing we have to deal with. Yeah? I'm afraid of sin, so I don't want to talk the truth. I'm rather bury on a conscience. Out the door, you know, I come case going out the door now. Out the door, go on with indecent self. The churches platform the pastors to lie. The churches platform the pastors to lie. And you don't want to see the truth. You don't want to speak the truth. But is what happens to us as a people every election cycle. The churches will collect your money weekly. But when it comes to assisting even a single member in distress, them tell you to take it to the Lord in prayer. In his arms he'll take and so why you don't go in a God arm go beg money? Why you don't want with money? Why you don't want to go in a God arm for it? You don't come in our pocket. Then when we have problem, you don't come and pray with we and tell it to take it to the Lord in prayer. Come go on about your business this morning, you know. Come go on about your business this morning. Because to say if you turn out here this morning, it now go pretty. So come go and go enjoy when nature provide. We don't really stand a Britain for long. Let's go to Reverend Hemmings. Where are the churches? Where are the churches to come lead the people in protest? To come lead the people out of bondage? Where are the churches? Anybody know? Can tell me, please?
Our leaders to sell out the dignity of a proud nation in this kind of a way. Who can help but lament the ways in which this nation of ours, in recent times, given the kind of leadership that we have been receiving, how we sell out the Cubans to these systems and structures. You don't think it's a sellout? Which of us will don't feel ashamed at the ways in which, in our hard times, Venezuela stood by us and supported us, and as a nation, we sell them out. Sell them out to the same systems and structures that have been designed to keep us poor. We sell out others. But the greatest tragedy is how we sometimes sell out ourselves to these systems and structures. When I was returning from a meeting in Kingston this week, I heard on the news how we sell out this nation to a system and structure by bringing in, allowing to come in, come on now, victims of a wicked system elsewhere. And we are accommodating that wickedness by taking in these people, becoming complicit. I don't know about you, but all the pride and dignity that I have felt as a Jamaican when that news came, it dipped. Mr. Buckeria. I felt ashamed as a Jamaican. And them now explain to us what going into this decision. Them now tell us, right? In little snippets, them say they were in force. Them can't tell us what is in it for us. I mean, I wonder, what caused this? What could lead our leaders to sell out the dignity of a proud nation in this kind of a way? I feel bad for those of us who are here. But you can imagine our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, in the United States, how they can go back out on the street and hold up them head. Come on now. When the only same nations that them asked to accommodate this thing are the nations that them describe in a certain way that me can't even speak from the pulpit. And our leaders have sold us out. Sold our dignity. These systems and structures in which we were born, iniquitous and sinful systems and structures, are the systems and structures that we have to resist being shaped by them. We must resist it as a church, as a witness to the world, as a witness in our nation. We must resist being shaped by them. And as scripture exhorts us, be changed, be transformed by the renewing of our mind. That is what the church has been called upon to represent as a witness to the world. As a witness to the world. What could lead our leaders?
Let us play Jonathan Hemmings one more time, because maybe, like Dirty Glenn Samuel will walk and breed woman and baptize baptize at night. We're checking for sue me with you. Glenn Samuels, me still wait for the lawsuit, you know. Glenn Samuels, president of the Jamaica Union of Conference, the president of the treasurer, Pastor Blight, Pastor Blight at the treasurer, Glenn Samuels at the president. When you check me with lawsuit with you, I'm still waiting, you know. On an Adventist pastor, we can keep on a zip up. Where there's a plethora of disciplinaries at the Jamaica Union of Conference. When a pastor get disciplined over on a zip, one can't keep up. But still wait for the lawsuit, you know. Glenn Samuels, Pastor Blight, but still wait for the lawsuit. Me don't know how to roll back. Maybe let me play Hemmings again, because maybe uno can hear and come out and say something. Because the world wait for hear from the churches, you know. Some of the hypocrite members them want to hear from uno. Maybe Jonathan Hemmings will pull out some of the coward. Alvin Bailey, where are you? Where's Alvin Bailey? Because you came out here courageously when Orville Moore was murdered by the system. And you shed light to us that it wasn't an accident. He was murdered. He was assassinated. And he just gone back in a shell, so shoot out a shell and then gone back in. Where are Uno? Thief in Hera Blair, thief offering Hera Blair. Where are Kenneth Richards? Kenneth Richards, Delpha Davis. Where are the thieves? Where are they? Because everybody gone silence. The people of Jamaica needs you. You know, just like when you come out for an offering, one a day. One a day. One so quiet. A decades now on our thief. In relation to the Blairs. In relation to Kenneth Richards. You, Kenneth Richards, where you rub up Miss Blissett. You go in a Miss Blissett jaws and you rub her up. You, Kenneth Richards, Father Albert. All of Father Albert dead left them, you steal off. You, Kenneth Richards, the people them in the church were dead left their land. Where you sell the land them and thief back the land them, Kenneth Richards and Bill. Kenneth Richards, you in the property development with Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness. Ask Kenneth Richards if he's not a part of the fuckery as well. Ask Kenneth Richards. Kenneth Richards come out. Kenneth Richards, Papa Stella Maris, Come out. We are not on your wire fence, Kenneth, because we know you're the thief, Kenneth Richards. Harold Blair, Glenn Samuels, Delpha Davis. Where are no? Bal, them drag me out. The church should come out. Make we save Jonathan Hemmings, the only one that I have respect for in Jamaica, because Jonathan Hemmings is consistent in speaking out on a plethora of issues in our country. Jonathan Hemmings is consistent when it comes to speaking out. You bunch of thieves, you whoremongers, you warmongers, you sorcerers and adulterers.
Our leaders to sell out the dignity of a proud nation in this kind of a way. Who can help but lament the ways in which this nation of ours, in recent times, given the kind of leadership that we have been receiving, how we sell out the Cubans to these systems and structures. You don't think it's a sellout? Which of us don't feel ashamed at the ways in which, in our hard times, Venezuela stood by us and supported us, and as a nation, we sell them out. Sell them out to the same systems and structures that have been designed to keep us poor. We sell out others. But the greatest tragedy is how we sometimes sell out ourselves to these systems and structures. When I was returning from a meeting in Kingston this week, I heard on the news how we sell out this nation to a system and structure by bringing in, allowing to come in, come on now, victims of a wicked system elsewhere. And we are accommodating that wickedness by taking in these people, becoming complicit. I don't know about you, but all the pride and dignity that I have felt as a Jamaican when that news came, it dipped. Mr. Butteria. I felt ashamed as a Jamaican. And them now explain to us what going to this decision. Them now tell us, right? In little snippets, them say they were in force. Them can't tell us what is in it for us. I mean, I wonder, what caused this? What could lead our leaders to sell out the dignity of a proud nation in this kind of a way? I feel bad for those of us who are here. But you can imagine our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, in United States, how they can go back out on the street and hold up them head. Come on now. When the only nations that them ask to accommodate this thing are the nations that them describe in a certain way that me can't even speak from the pulpit.
You know, the shithole countries.
Our leaders have sold us out. Sold our dignity. These systems and structures in which we were born, iniquitous and sinful systems and structures, are the systems and structures that we have to resist being shaped by them. We must resist it as a church, as a witness to the world, as a witness in our nation. We must resist being shaped by them. And as scripture exhort us, be changed, be transformed by the renewing of our mind. That is what the church has been called upon to represent as a witness to the word. As a witness to the word. What could lead our leaders?
Yeah. Greed, corruption, fear. Greed, corruption, and fear is what our leaders are driven by. Greed, corruption, fear, because the greed and the power goes together. That's what led them to sold us out. They're not able to stand in front of either the eagle in the west or the dragon. I mean, we are clad between the eagle and the dragon. Jamaica, I've been telling you for 2 years, that's the direction we're heading to. We are there now. And it doesn't seem as if it really matters. It is a depressing time for our country, not least for me, who understand the geopolitics and understand the detriments of what we are in and where we're at. We are taught by religion to look for something outside of us. That, I mean, we're going to search eternity into eternity without finding what religion has taught us to look for. Beaten though it was out of us, it is still there. If we return to the source of oneness and the inner mind, because all is still in the mind, but the aspirations of God and Jesus, especially the white one, I mean, don't know where it's going, how far it's going to take us, or for that matter, at what point will you realize we have to stop and think and chart a different direction? Thank you very much for being here this morning on your At a Glance program. Unscripted Prime Minister and eloquent, not elegant, eloquent. Ballot! Lord God Almighty. The Prime Minister says somebody explain it elegantly. The new one of the new name for the Prime Minister elegantly. PM elegantly. All right, globalists. Want to go and go to the business now. May I go warm, son. You hear me I tell you now? May I go warm, son, because if me fit turn out here this morning, it's going to be a turnover. If me, Phillips, first time seeing, Phillips, first time seeing you, good morning and welcome. I've not heard a pastor in Jamaica spoken this bluntly. Jonathan Hemmings is the only one that is speaking up. He's speaking diplomatically in a sense, but we understand exactly what Hemmings is saying. And let us go back to, just before I go, let us go back to Emily Shields, because this is what Emily Shields is saying to Horace Chang. Yes, we know say them threaten you. Yes, we know them have you by the balls, but speak diplomatically because we understand diplomacy. We do understand it. But when you speak in gibberish, contortionist,
Could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week.
We haven't got a clue what Horace Chang is conveying. And then Andrew Holness come tell you about the elegant rather than eloquent. I mean, It's a raft of confusion. Let us listen to Emily Shields one more time before we go, because people are waking up. Dean Jackson Miller, stop the crush anything. Stop the crush anything and basket plotting Dean Jackson Miller and come out.
Could go ahead and sign an MOU over 1 week or so before any information came to us, and have the effrontery to have us try to understand exactly what they signed is beyond me. Up to now, I don't understand it. Dr. Chang, you don't seem to understand it either, because nothing you say to me is clear on exactly what is to happen. And we shouldn't have to feel in the dark. On top of that, don't come and tell us that there's no coercion, because we know that there's no diplomacy in the corridors, in the halls of power anymore. We are fully aware. We are fully aware that what we're dealing with are not negotiations, but dictates. And we know that we don't have the power differentials are unequal. So what you probably need to do is speak with us in coded language, and we will better understand instead of taking us for idiots, because we're not. And it doesn't help that other Caribbean territories have these so-called TCNs. You need to read the room. You need to learn from history. You need to know when to speak with us and get ahead of the news. So what is happening now, to my mind, is not acceptable in how the matter has been handled. And even though we don't understand, you're telling us that these individuals are not deportees, but are they free people in the United States? Yes. Are they buying a ticket to come here? Or are they to be transported in the custody of representatives to get here? And if they are not, we are not into the euphemism. You need to talk straight. And if you cannot talk straight, get somebody who can talk straight and level with us. This administration, you need to watch yourself. Shut up! There's a time when the thing goes to water bottom and it's going to drop out. There cannot be so many mistakes in 1 week. Or 1 week behind the next. When David Cameron came here and promised a prison, it was rejected forcefully in the Parliament of Jamaica by the then opposition leader Andrew Holness, and I agreed with it. Yes. Chiefly because of the historical relic, because of our relationship with the UK, and the issues concerning slavery.
I've said this, I believe it, and I'm serious about it. Andrew Holness was the best opposition leader we've ever had in this country. The most useless we do have as a leader. The most useless, Andrew Michael Holness.
Which is a bit different from the United States. But exactly because of that, and exactly because of the secret MOU, you come to us early. Yes. And explain and distinguish. Yes. They don't hold a speech until some biennial conference.
Not at all, out of order.
My granny would have said, don't make people spit on the ground and it dry up before Dr. Wheatley resigned later. And give us full explanation about this so-called MOU. Yes. Because up to now, I don't get it.
Neither me.
And I read things in light. I don't read in the dark.
Beat and teach, you come on with just a done. You have to go watch over the program again. But it's all falling apart. But it a tumble down upon we, the people. If Andrew Holness was half good as a leader as he was when he was an opposition, he wouldn't have gotten himself into all of this. He was the best opposition, but he was our worst leader in history. From Buster to Andrew, they were all terrible labor right leaders, barring halfway Bruce Golden. But Andrew Holness has gone down in history, not as the worst JLP leader we've ever had. Sharon Johnson Walton, how you do? But the worst leader Jamaica has ever seen. And I don't know if in my lifetime we will have anything as bossara as Andrew Holness. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on, less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So that's why I say watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way, prepare the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down war and crime, fight down. Me say Rastafari, war and crime, and do the righteousness. And we love, and we love Jaja, and we love Jaja, Rastafari, and we love Jaja, we love Jaja, we love Jaja, Rastafari, preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I say, watch a man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize day or night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down war and crime, fight down war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah, me love Jaja, me love Jaja, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jaja, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ, oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and for make out what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Yes, come on, the Friday. Human Joe and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to awaken men. Oh, what a black thing, human Joe and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to awaken men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to awaken men. Oh, what a black big him and Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to awaken men. Rastaman Joe and Stone, and it bring a bad feeling to awaken men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.